What is up, people? This is just a hangout time. We're just hanging out. We're just chilling. That's all we're doing. We're gonna play some games, do some trivia, talk some movies, maybe TV. Who knows? Whatever happens will happen. But I am not alone, as you can tell. I am joined by Mr. Mesa Media himself, Steve Mesa. Steve, how's it going?
It's going good. It's nice to be here in Jacob's Corner. It's a very lovely place. Good ambiance. With great friends to be surrounded by. With I'm looking forward to see what we got in store for Jacob's Corner. I hope you didn't mind. I just already deliberately titled it Jacob's Corner. As opposed to Jacob's Ladder.
Hey, I am always on the lookout for cool names, and Jacob's Corner might stick. We don't know where Chris is at. He could be in the corner. He could be on the sun. He could be anywhere. Chris, how's it going?
Going good. Someone was saying maybe I'm in heaven. Someone made that joke the other day. My favorite joke of the day. But here to have fun. And always I love being part of teammates Jacob and Brian and here to have fun. It's that laid back time.
Yes, and Brian, I'm not used to this background. He's usually in front of something else. He
That's correct.
mixes things up on me, and I'm not sure how to feel about it because I don't do well with change. But it's okay. Brian, how's it going?
It's going good. Anything can happen today. Anything can happen Thursday. See what trivia happens. Maybe it might be C tonight. See what happens.
Yes, you cannot beat Richie tonight because Richie is not
Correct.
here.
I'll about to beat him.
But I mean, technically you can because he'll score 0, and you will have at least scored 1, maybe. Depends on how tough my questions are. I don't know. Jordan Owens is also here. But he's not at the same time, so he'll join us eventually. So maybe we'll put the trivia and the games on hold, and we'll just hang out and talk. We were talking Marvel before we went live while we were waiting for Jordan. Not to put Jordan on the spot, but
Yep.
he just left and didn't say anything. Thanks, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were talking Marvel, MCU. Obviously, there's some big news coming out. If you've watched Miss Marvel, I haven't watched Miss Marvel, but
Same
the
here.
internet is full of spoilers. So, apparently something big is coming. If you know, you know. If you don't know, avoid the internet, I guess.
Watch the episode. Avoid the internet, people.
Yeah. But yeah, they've got some big things planned. They're going to be at Comic-Con. They've already set up their live streams on YouTube. Like, it's a week away. Not even like it's like a week and a half away. They've already set up their live streams. So expect some big announcements from them.
Yeah, as I would say, people watch the episode before next week because all I will say, you have to see for yourself why next week might be more important.
I mean, if you look at you next week, we might say through for D-Trade 3 Expo as well.
Based on how the episode ends, yeah, there might be one big announcement next week. I'm hoping it's the way it goes.
Yeah. Hopefully they announce that if they do another Thor movie, that Taika Waititi is not directing it. That's kind of how I feel about them. Have you guys all seen Thor? Have you guys all
Yeah.
seen the new Thor?
I haven't seen Love and Thunder yet, so I
You haven't seen Love and Thunder yet? All right. Well, let's be vague about it then. Not to talk too much, but
Yeah.
it is one of the bigger movies that is out right now, and mixed reviews. And I kind of fall on the more negative side. But like, I don't hate the movie. Steve, what are your thoughts on Love and Thunder?
I didn't love it, nor did I have any thunder coming in for that movie. But just had to play up to it. I didn't hate it either, so I guess that's where the thunder would come from, is all the hate. I guess I'm a little bit of a storm. I'm in the middle.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought it was serviceable. I mean, it's not the strongest MCU effort. It certainly doesn't beat for my money the best Marvel movie in this year, being Doctor Strange. But it's interesting. There is a gag that involves his weapon that I really enjoyed the most, and probably was the funniest joke, funniest gag of the movie. Everything else was basically there was a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang reference. Um, Chris knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We had Russell Crowe as Santino Morella, very good impression. Buff Natalie Portman, which I'm not opposed to, taking in that storyline with what they had in the 2014 Mighty Thor comics. So I like how they kind of adapt that. But other than that, it's okay. It's all right. I do kind of wish somebody other than Taika Waititi would direct another Thor movie, or maybe there'd be a Thor TV show. Just want something a little bit new. I think just he ran out of funny. I think he
Yeah.
might have ran out of funny in this movie. He put all the gags that he wanted to do in Ragnarok, and I think there was a couple good gags, but some of them were good. One of them in particular was excellent, and the other just fell flat on their face. But I'm not gonna disparage anybody who hates it. I'm not gonna disparage anybody who loves it. I, on the other hand, just fall right in the middle. Like I said, I'm a little storm cloud compared to the love and the thunder.
Oh, there he is.
Absolutely. Chris, what are your thoughts on Love and Thunder?
I kind of in the middle too. The stuff I love. I think Bale was phenomenal. I think he easily carries on the movie and the heavier part. The his storyline was really good. I saw Portman, huge improvement. I did enjoy where his storyline went. I think it ended really strong. I think Forward miscast a little bit, even though I do like Ralph Boyd at the mid credits thing. I am excited for where they're going eventually. And I thought Henrik for good. I prefer him in Infinity War and Endgame and Ragnarok, like his character arc and everything. Just stuff I like. I don't. I'm not writing off Patrick McKinney because every great director have a bad movie. He had all of his other movies have been phenomenal, like Jojo Rabbit, I'll Be Doing the Shadow, Hunt for the Wilder People. So Ragnarok was great. So they're allowed to have one bad movie to resume. Like not the end of the world. And like, and we still love the guy. He's still making great stuff. We still got one of the best TV shows right now that he produced with What We Do in the Shadow that started. And I think
Oh,
it's a fun
evidently.
movie. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's not the best. It's better than Eternal. It's better than Black Widow. Like I must say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I definitely think it's one of the stronger MCU villains since Thanos. Like up there with Shang-Chi villain. Like, anyway. And Bale does a really good job. I doubt wish he would give him more screen time so he could enter the echelon of top 5 best MCU villains. He probably number 6 on my list at the moment of 5. Like, yeah. Like, and I love the ending. Like, I think the ending really, the last half really landed. And I think that was the strongest part of the movie was everything up from the shadow part all the way to the end. I saw the strongest movie in the movie. When they start trying to be human with anti-human went from the serious to matter. So,
I have to say, gotta say one more thing, but I think there's a little also too much reminiscence about Iron Man 2 in this movie, because I think they took a lot of the stuff from what was good about Iron Man 1 and kind of it became an Iron Man 2, and you know how ACDC was basically the whole soundtrack. Basically, that's what Thor: Love and Thunder was for this movie, being the whole damn soundtrack for the whole movie. I just it's a little just I just found it a little similar to Iron Man 2, except it's a little bit better. But
yeah,
that's not really saying much. You know what I mean?
yeah. I like the villain in this one were better than Whiplash and Iron Man 2.
Well, Justin Hammer was pretty good.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yep.
Uh, Jordan, I'm so glad you rejoined us. Starting to get worried. I thought maybe you fell in or something. Fell in what?
Really know what?
I don't know what you fell in, but all right. Being as vague as possible because Ryan hasn't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so.
What? I don't know. You saw it today, right? Love and Thunder.
Yesterday.
yesterday. Okay, so
The day before, one of those days. I don't know. Days
but
blended.
you've seen the movie.
Recently.
So what are your thoughts without spoilers?
Well, I did think it was weird when they brought Batman in. No, my initial thoughts, Jacob, is I guess we're not going to review it on my channel now since you're doing it on here.
No, we can do the spoiler review on your channel.
Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. No, I had fun with it, man. I do see what a lot of people are saying. Like Steve said before, I don't think it's as funny as Ragnarok. I definitely that was one of my first instincts. I definitely felt like I laughed less, but I was charmed by it. I enjoyed it. Had a good ride. Chris also said I think the ending lands pretty well here. I enjoyed the last couple scenes of the movie. I thought that it worked pretty well and left you kind of with a smile on your face here. So it has its downfalls, you know what I mean? There's are some unfulfilled things, the whole setup of him and the Guardians I thought wasn't really fulfilled in the movie here, you know what I mean? It's a montage and then kind of done, which is a little bit upsetting because I thought that might be like the first half and it's really not. And yeah, like you said, there's some things that really land, and then there's some jokes that don't and seem a little outdated or that just kind of fall a little flat. So yeah, I enjoyed it, had a good time. As everyone has said, I don't think it's low tier MCU, but it's right kind of in that mid tier. You know what I mean? As far as it's a good time. If you like the last one, you'll enjoy this one here. But I think just a little bit of a diminished return.
Yeah. I do have it like low tier MCU. It's in my bottom 5, but that's not necessarily saying that it's a bad movie. Because the MCU hasn't really put out any bad movies. They've put out a couple meh, but nothing that I've been like, I'm not gonna watch that again.
Iron Man 2, you know what I mean? Thor the Dark Realm.
I'm the kind of weird dude that even says there's good moments in Thor the Dark World. So there's not a Marvel movie I don't recommend from maybe Eternals.
Whoa, what is that? Yeah. What is that craziness that there's a lot of good in Thor Dark World? There's no, in my opinion.
Look at the only scene in Thor the Dark World. Take him out
good.
Terrible.
No, that last fight sequence is kind of cool.
Okay.
I do think there's something to enjoy in every MCU movie. I think this one just fell a little flat for me because I think they inserted comedy where I don't think comedy should have been inserted. Like, I think there were some serious moments, and they were like, all right, and now that that's done, let's talk about catchphrases. You're muted, Jordan.
Yeah, you could say that for Ragnarok too. Sometimes he doesn't let the dramatic moments breathe; that he has to pile on a joke on top of it.
Yeah, David won. Why did this person need to show up? Joke him as a cameo, and this weird joke that went on too long in the beginning. But I will say, I would like to see Taika Waititi come out with somebody else because that mid-credit scene get me excited maybe for Surprise to show up for anybody who's a TV fan.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be after that final scene. I wouldn't be opposed to like a Disney Plus series with Thor and
Thor Korg series, maybe.
You have to watch the movie first, Brian. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But Brian hasn't seen the movie. Yeah. Let's get Brian involved a little bit. I don't know where Jordan went, but since we're on the topic of the MCU, I would like to know, just off the top of your head, top 3 MCU movies. Brian, go. Top 3.
Top 3: Endgame, number 1. Number 2: Civil War, and 3rd: Ragnarok.
All right. Top 3. Chris, go.
Okay. Number 1, Captain America: Winter Soldier, 2 Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably either Endgame for number 3.
All right. Top 3, JPO. Go. See how
this is tough. This is tough. Civil War, Endgame, Winter Soldier.
All right, and then now when I ask you in 10 minutes, is that going to be the same?
No.
All right, Steve Mesa, top 3.
No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Black Panther.
Okay. I like that. My top three from 1 to 3. I go Civil War, Infinity War, and then No Way Home. I do think Endgame is like right outside. I said number 4. I do think Endgame is it's like a nice send off. It's definitely a more feel good. But I think Infinity War just what they did making it Thanos' movie. Like I really love that. Like they
I'll
even
flip
put him
Infinity War with Endgame. I agree.
I might flip Endgame with No Way Home. Actually, now think about it.
Endgame's unfair because it just has such a great emotional closing that like you want to put it higher, at least for me. And then when you really think about it, I feel like I go Infinity War if you go overall movie.
Yeah, for me,
the
like
balls they had to make Thanos win, and that right now the movie's over.
Yeah, to me, like Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the film I went back to rewatch recently, and like this film hold up well. Like, despite the weak villain, like there's so many emotional beats to it. The joke really land a lot of time. And I care about all of the characters. Like, the I Am Groot thing gets me every time we watch the film.
I mean, if I was going to round out my 5, I would probably put Infinity War in my top 5, and then add Civil War at the bottom because I love the emotional depth that comes between Captain America and Iron Man and that clash, because it's a clash of their point of views, and then it ultimately comes to the end when they figure out what the link between both of them are. I don't know. I don't know if we want to go to spoilers since it's a 6-year-old movie, but I mean, everybody's seen.
We could spoil Civil War, but we'll the Love and Thunder spoilers. We'll wait.
All right. Bucky Barnes kills Tony Stark's parent, Papa and Mama, and that set them over the top. And I like.
He does what?
As the villain, as the Baron, or I forgot what it's called.
Zemo.
I like him better in Falcon Winter Soldier.
The fish?
I think
that's Nemo.
I think my biggest problem with Civil War, I like the film a lot. I don't like the plot convenience of the last half. Like, that they get into that one place that they had to be in that one room for the room to come out and everything. Like,
but don't you think that a lot of Marvel movies are based on plot convenience, especially in the third act?
And then you had Iron Man make a Dementarian China against Joe. Then a minute later, despite Bucky watching himself and killing parents, he go all full out, even though he made that joke earlier. No.
I mean, people do crazy things when you find out somebody killed your parents. I mean, you're not just gonna be like, oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I forgave you, Jacob.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a special circumstance. All right, it doesn't always happen.
It took a minute. It took a minute. But I was like, you know what? I see your point of view.
Like that, even like I had to say my 4 and 5 that hard. Like definitely Infinity. Yeah, Infinity War would be my 4 and 5.
Yeah, same for me.
I'm trying to think. So Ragnarok might be in my number 5. Now think about it.
Ragnarok's pretty high for me too.
Yeah, and I think that's one of my problems with Love and Thunder. I think I kind of went into those expectations that we were going to get another Ragnarok level movie, and it fell flat. Like I don't think the comedy works with the villain that we have in this movie. Which, by the way, I think we needed more Christian Bale. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he absolutely.
Yeah. I wanted to see some of the god killings that we never got to see.
Yeah.
Their argument you should make, like Bale.
Well, I'm saying it's not too much of a character spoiler.
Right.
It's side quests. I would like to have seen those side quests. At least one of them.
Bale definitely, maybe not top echelon, but he definitely in like close to the top 5 of like best MCU villain in the last couple of years.
Which says a lot about his performance. That we're thinking of him as one of the top tier villains in the MCU, with as little screen time as he gets. Like that just speaks to the performance of Christian Bale, and I think that just speaks to like what kind of actor he is. Like he gives his all no matter what the movie is.
I do love that we are now in the era of getting these kinds of actors. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't the same thing, and especially 20 years ago, where they had to really pull someone like a Nicholson, to do a movie. Now we have every movie, man, has an actor, from Joaquin Phoenix to Cumberbatch to these great actors.
Yeah, I would say, like, as much as we like to complain about Phase 4, we had some really good villains in Phase so far. With whether
Like how?
the change,
Yeah.
like the Shang-Chi villain, or Spider-Man No Way Home, or even, like, Fail. Like, we had some really good villains in Phase.
I mean, Phase
Oh,
3
yeah.
has to give those as well. Like
I mean,
how
Spider-Man No Way Home had 4 great villains. I'll let you guys think which one wasn't.
Yeah. Shang-Chi probably had my favorite villain, Phase 4 so far. I love that villain so much in the film.
Jordan's thinking about it.
Who'd you not like?
Lizard. He was just like, eh. Which was to be expected.
Lizard and Sandman both really get segued. Even Sandman gets pretty segued compared to the others.
Yeah. Like this had me. I think Jamie Foxx redeemed himself like so much.
I agree with that.
No Way Home.
And
Much better than the amount of makeup they put him in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The blue makeup.
Yeah.
Honestly,
you let Jamie Foxx be more of a normal person, not like a wacky character.
Yeah, honestly, even though on the TV side, I love Ethan Hawke as a villain in Moon Knight. I thought he was such a good villain.
Kevin Hall's my favorite for the TV one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I have not watched a lot of the Disney Plus shows yet. I've seen all of WandaVision and all of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm like, I'll stick to the movies until I need to for something.
Well,
Jacob,
you should definitely check out Loki. I think, in my opinion,
Loki,
all of them, check out Loki.
And just because of what might happen next in Miss Marvel, that is up there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But anyway,
like if you don't want like anything that's connected to the MCU, Miss Marvel is also a good show to watch. That's not really connected to the MCU whatsoever. Because Chris, am I right? It's not. Yeah. It's not until like that last scene.
Yeah, the last scene and a few references here and there, but not really much.
Yeah, if you want to watch a show that doesn't rely on watching all the movies or trying to rewatch some of the movies, and watch Miss Marvel. Loki might require that, but then again, if you know what happened to him at the end of
Infinity,
you're pretty good.
Okay.
And then Moon Knight you should watch without having the Marvels thing, and episode 5 is phenomenal. Moon Knight,
so I should watch all of them. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing.
I quite enjoy What If though. I quite enjoy that series.
I mean, Hawkeye and the Soldier, it's okay.
Those are the ones I skipped. I haven't seen them.
If you love Daredevil, do not watch Hawkeye. That's all I will say. If you're a fan of Daredevil, Hawkeye will piss you off.
Well, we're talking about the Disney Plus. The Netflix ones don't really count technically.
Now they do.
Now they do after being imported from the Netflix and like.
After Spider-Man and Hawkeye, they do.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
we're talking about like actually made for Disney Plus.
Oh wait,
we should
talk about it because that news came out.
Is the show Echo or Ironheart.
Yeah, they really need to do a better job with Kingpin at the Hawkeye.
I think the only thing that was really good from Hawkeye was just the casting of Kate Bishop. I think that was brilliant casting.
Yeah, I love Haley Steinfeld, I do. But what they did to Kingpin was not forgivable.
All right, let's play some games. It's enough MCU talk. We're gonna be just like every other channel that talks about movies.
Stay tuned tomorrow, Malcolm channel.
The first one that I have planned is it's a higher lower game basically. I'm gonna give you a movie. This is why you need your whiteboards, because I didn't want to just go to everybody at the same time. It's a higher lower game. I'm going to give you a movie. I'm going to give you a percentage. I want you to tell me if the Rotten Tomatoes score is higher or lower than the percentage I give you. And for a bonus point, you can write down the percentage you think it is. If you get it right, you will get a bonus point. But if you just get the higher or lower right, you'll get that point. So it's possible 2 points. I've got 10 movies, 10 questions, and yeah, whoever has the most after this will win the first game. So the first movie I have for you guys is the 2001 Planet of the Apes. Is the Rotten Tomatoes score higher or lower than 44? Never mind. I misread. It is 44. Next movie. I'm already messing up. All right. So scratch that one.
Should be much lower than that.
First, I reverse it.
All right. So next, we'll. All right. I know how to host things, guys. I promise. We'll move on. Next movie. I'll find another one. Is 1983's Kroll. Is the Rotten Tomatoes score higher or lower than 40%?
I don't even know this movie, but I have to guess.
I only know it because, well, first of all, I own it, and then second of all, I was supposed to be on Papa West's Top 64 tournament fights, and they were like, "Oh, I booked too many people, and even though you were the first one to say, yeah, I want to be on that episode, I'm going to boot you because whatever."
Yeah, I just got booted for 2020, and then I got confirmed for yours, even though I was already confirmed for yours.
Yes, the 32.
I've yet to be
It's gonna
on
be
it.
fun.
We'll be all that one.
I'm going to go to a 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Steve, do you think it's higher or lower than 40%?
Higher.
Okay. Brian,
I put lower.
JPO.
Lower. Didn't you also ask for the bonus point that no one's doing so far? 32%.
I did. I mean, if you want to. Okay. And Chris.
I said lower. I said 33%.
You son of a
It
bitch.
is lower, and it is 32%.
Nice.
Wow.
So me and him both get point. He get.
You get the point for. So everyone who said lower gets the point.
Also, me, JPO, and Chris gets the point.
And then JPO gets the bonus for nailing it on the dot. Next movie. Perfect game so far. Next movie. While I would go get another pen, I want you guys to think about this one because this marker isn't running out. Yeah, I've used the same marker for like a year, so it's about time it runs out. Next movie, 2012's Pitch Perfect. Higher or lower than 75%? Don't forget, bonus points are available. Talk amongst yourselves. Remember, I can hear you.
Oh, we can hear.
And then he went with a good one, not the too happy sequel.
The Knuckle Loves.
Actually, I don't mind the second one, but still one is awful.
The third one is where it goes off the rails, and they're like,
Yeah.
let's make this an action flick randomly.
I put John Lithgow in it.
You know what? As much as I love John Lithgow, that doesn't necessarily make it a good movie.
Yeah. Let's get rid of Sky Lawson and many good
Hey,
things.
Steve, calm down.
I'm so excited.
Told you I could hear you guys.
I didn't say nothing bad. I started saying something bad about you, then you said you heard it, so I take it back.
Now we get a freaking spin-off show. That would be awesome.
Spin-off show of Pitch Perfect?
Yeah, with Adam Levine.
No thanks.
Oh.
All right, 3, 2, and 1.
Sad you broke up in the third.
Brian, is it higher or lower than 75%?
I put higher. I put 85%.
JPO, is it higher or lower?
I also went higher, but 83.
Chris?
I said high. I said 82.
Oh,
Steve?
Sandler.
I said higher, but I said 78%.
Well, it is higher, but it is currently at 81%.
Ah,
So a lot of good guesses. We were in the ballpark, but it's just not quite there.
So they'll get
Next
bonus point, I guess.
movie, we're going to 1987. We're going to Robin Williams, and we're going Good Morning Vietnam. Is
Good
it
morning,
higher
Vietnam.
or lower than 94%? Good Morning Vietnam. One of my top 10 that I talked about
Oh
on
my
JPO's
God.
channel when we did our top 10 Robin Williams. Absolutely adore this movie.
I love
Even
that
better
movie.
on
that
my watch.
wasn't on mine.
Have you watched it yet?
I have not.
It is on Amazon Prime if you have it.
Have
I
you
love
watched The Night Listener yet?
The what?
The Night Listener?
What is that?
The movie with Robin Williams. That was my top 40 of it.
The Night Listener?
Yeah, I'm not
It
making
was
this
not
up.
in your top 4. What are you talking
No, I
about?
said top 40. Top 40.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? No, I'm pretty sure I remember your top 4, and that wasn't it. You go to a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. JPO, is it higher or lower than whatever I said?
Lower, 79.
Jesus.
Chris,
I said lower. I said 88.
Steve,
Said lower, but 83.
and Brian.
Lower 82%.
It is lower, but not by much. 89%.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
only won. I won off of one.
one of Robin Williams'
Yeah.
best, in my opinion. All right. We're going to go to a franchise that people love, but some people say that this movie probably the worst in the franchise. We're going Scream 3. Higher or lower than 40%?
You gonna give us a year like you gave us before?
Oh, sorry, 2000's Scream 3.
Thank you, because that matters.
Thanks for keeping me on my toes, Jordan. So, yeah, not to get confused with 2004's Scream 3.
You said 40?
Yeah, 40%. Higher or lower?
Oh, I remember looking at this up a while ago.
One of these times I might just like go very extreme. Movie 43. Higher or lower than 99%?
I can't
Lower,
remember looking
98.
this up.
It's at 97. We're going to go to a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Christopher Diaz. Higher or lower than
I said
40%?
higher. I said 48%.
Steve.
I said higher. I also said 48 as well.
Whoa, Brian.
I put 44%.
And JPO.
I went way higher with 57.
Well, it is higher, but it's not much higher. It's 41. Yes, not much. All right. We're going to go a way classic now. And by way classic, I mean 1931
Ugh.
with Dracula. Higher or lower than 92%?
What do you think back then?
Back when movies were barely over an hour, but they were fantastic.
Okay, thinking about the year it came out, I have Rotten Tomato on now. But
Remember the Dracula 2000 guy with Gerard Butler.
Can you repeat the higher lower what it is?
Higher or
92.
lower than 92?
Dracula 2000 with vitamin C.
I deleted this one. Trying to think of how many reviews for a movie that came out way back then. like the way credit reviews or stuff now.
All right, gonna hit you guys with the 5, a 4. Oh, you guys look ready. I'm not even gonna hit you with anything. Steve, we're gonna go back to you.
I said lower by 90%.
Ryan,
I put higher. I put 98%.
Jordan,
I also think higher, 96.
Chris.
That's a high end is the 96 as well.
Well, it is higher. It's 94%.
Oh, I raced forward too.
I was
Yeah,
on
we're
Four.
trying to see how many negative reviews for movies in my head.
All right, and I gotta ask about my favorite movie. So, Mary Poppins, released in 1964, by the way, Jordan, if you were wondering. Not Mary Poppins Returns, but just Mary Poppins
Which
arriving.
is better. Yeah, I said it.
Mary
Whoa!
Poppins arriving for the first time. It's the new title after Mary Poppins Returns. They went back, retitled it. Mary Poppins Arrives for the first time. Higher or lower than 97%?
Cheeky.
I'll tell you what I think it should be.
I give it a solid 74
Out of 74?
out of 100.
Whoa! Get the
No, I mean, I get it. His favorite movie is Eternal Sunshine, which is like just outside like my top 100. So I get it. Like our movie tastes just aren't the same, and that's okay. That's the beauty of
How
movies.
can you think Mary Poppins only like
my favorite movies is Jacob's top 10 as well. So
Yeah, it is.
my favorite movie?
5,
A lot of people know.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Brian, is it higher or lower than 97%?
I put lower. I put 95%.
Jordan,
Lower, 96.
Chris,
I said lower 94%.
and Steve.
I said lower 95%.
Ooh, it is lower, and Jordan nailed it. 96. Not sure what the. I gotta try to be tricky with the 1%er, then it just doesn't work.
I called you on that. I was like, he's gonna do that sooner or later.
Well, that's the second time in a row because I did, or no, that's the second time because I did it with
This is a
Scream as
tight
well.
game.
It is a close one. JPO, after I believe we're on question number 7, so after 6 questions or 6 movies, not really questions. JPO has 8. Ryan and Chris have 6. Steve has 4, but as I said, if you nail it correctly, you get 2 points, and if you get those 2 points, you know you're
So
right
far,
back in it.
you could say he beat Steve. So there's that.
The amount of close call I had on guessing the number by so many times.
We're gonna go from my favorite movie to my favorite director. My favorite director. I love Tim Burton. And so we're going to go with one of his earlier movies. We're going to go with 1988's Beetlejuice. Is Beetlejuice higher or lower than 82%? Yes, Beetlejuice. The movie that has had a sequel being talked about for the last 300 years.
It's in development so far.
It's been in development for 300 years.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Which is probably as long as Beetlejuice has been dead. Spoiler
I did
alert.
get my perfect. Did get my good game. So.
Yes, Tim Burton, who has been doing a Wednesday series for Netflix. That's going to be.
Kind of hope that bring him back to
Exciting.
good stuff again.
Yeah, I don't hate a lot of this stuff. Like I said, he's my favorite. But like Dark Shadows, The New Dumbo, Planet of the Apes, 2001. By the way, second time we're
Charlie
doing
and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, 1 and
I
2.
I
I
quite enjoy
don't-
Charlie Chocolate Factory. I quite enjoy
With
that.
Peregrine Home for
I can't
Particular
follow you on
Children.
that.
I don't hate Alice in Wonderland, and I don't hate Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory follows the book a little more closely, so I can appreciate it for that.
With Peregrine Home for Particular
make it a
Children
good
was one of the
movie to
most
me.
disappointing movies he made.
What about Dark Shadows?
About Miss Peregrine
He
Home
said
for
There's
before
a
this
reason
one,
I
the
didn't
last
bring
one.
that one up, Steve.
Huh?
What about my
Yeah,
parent
no.
being home? What about my parent being home for pretending children?
It's like Chris said earlier. Every director is allowed one bad movie, and Dark Shadows is Tim Burton's one bad movie. Anyway, Beetlejuice higher or lower than 82%. Jordan, I think I'm going to you first this time. Higher or lower?
77 lower.
Chris,
I said higher. I said 86.
what? 80 what?
Yes.
Steve
I said higher, 84.
and Brian.
Higher 88%.
Ooh, it is higher, but it's
Damn.
85%.
Oh.
Steve, one off. You were so close.
And one
But
up for me. Like,
Jordan did get it wrong, so that lead has been shortened a little bit.
All good.
Put up my lead. I thought Chris didn't like it.
All right. Steve, give me a director. Random director.
Robert Rodriguez.
oh,
All right. I'm going to look up one of his movies.
Two shorts.
go to
Spy
his
Kids.
worst.
All right. We're going to go 2001 Spy Kids.
Okay.
Higher or lower than 80%?
Oh my. I loved it. I mean, now I just thinking about how the credit was back then.
This is my second favorite Spy Kids film.
My favorite second one.
I kind of enjoyed the third one.
Holy shiitake mushrooms.
Next time Jordan and I do a countdown episode, it's going to be the Spy Kids franchise.
Not a big fan of Spike.
No, it's not. I haven't seen the last one with like Joel McHale or whatever.
I think I've
Third one
seen
I
the
like a
first. I've seen 3. Seen 1, 2, and 3. But
Yeah, I've seen the first 3.
Yeah, I loved the second one and the first one. I hate the
I love-
third one.
I love the third one actually.
have I seen them
Ooh.
since I was young? No.
Mm.
Anyway,
Maybe.
higher or lower than 80%? Chris, we'll go to you first.
Lower, 72%.
Steve,
I went lower, 73.
Brian,
Lower 65%.
Ooh.
Jordan.
77 lower.
You guys are all wrong. It is higher by a good amount. It is 93%.
Yeah,
They liked it, huh? Okay.
They liked it. Yeah. All right.
Maybe I was thinking the second one.
Brian, give me an actor.
Let's go with Jim Carrey.
Drew, did you say Drew Carey?
Jim.
I'm saying Drew Carey. Dude, he's in, I think, Coneheads, or he's in something, isn't he?
All right. First movie I thought. I don't know why this is the first movie I thought of when I thought of Jim Carrey, but it's 2007's The Number 23.
Ooh.
Higher or lower than 15%? Close game. We've got 8 for JPO, 7 for Chris, 6 for Brian, and 5 for Steve. But if you nail it correctly and get those 2 points, oh, it's a game changer. And after this, we will have 2 more movies. Do a 3, a 2, and a 1. I think I'm going to Steve first this time.
I actually said higher, and I said 20%.
Brian,
Lower 5%.
Jordan,
Higher 19.
Chris.
I said lower 8%.
It is lower, and it is 8%. So Chris with 2 points taking the lead. Oh man, better than the Super Bowl. Jordan, give me an actress.
Charlize Theron.
All right. This time, whatever movie comes up first is the one we're going to use. First movie that comes up for Charlize Theron is Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
2015, higher or lower than 94%.
I thought this movie overrated.
Fantastic movie. One of my favorite, just straight up action movies, like ever.
Let's be
This
honest,
is like
but I find it overrated.
Whoa!
No, it's like
for Brian. He's now at 5 points.
I mean, it's a good
Sorry,
movie.
I say 5. I meant negative
Why
5.
did you suddenly turn into Connie Newberry? Honestly?
No, it's a good movie, but it's way overhyped.
Anyway, well, that we can have that discussion some other time. Oh, I misread. I didn't read the scores. JPO and Brian are now tied with 8. Brian has Chris has 9. Steve is 5. But like we have one more question after this, so who knows? And maybe I miscounted, and this should be the end. I don't care.
I'm pretty sure this should have been it, but whatever.
Who cares? It's not like it's not for real anyway. Brian, what do you got?
Higher 97%.
Jordan, what do you got?
Lower 93.
Chris, what do you got?
Higher 96%.
Steve, what do you got?
Higher 97%.
Ooh, we got 2 perfect answers. Higher 97%, which means this isn't the final one. Because if it was the final one, there would be a tie between Brian and Chris, each with 10 points. So we got to go to one more, which is good because I haven't asked Chris to give me anything. Chris, give me a film studio.
Disney.
Of
What was
course.
that?
Disney.
Disney. All right. I don't know why this was the first movie I thought of, but it was.
Between me and Brian, let's go with our favorite studio here.
Jacob's
Movie is from 2012. John Carter. Higher or lower than 50%?
I need that year.
2012. I don't know why that matters.
The percentage again?
2012's John Carter, higher or lower than 50%?
This
5-0.
is a underrated movie that get too much hate.
Is it? Maybe it's properly rated once we get the right percentage.
I actually like this movie.
I haven't seen it. I do know that it's like the biggest flop of all time, though. Like financially.
That's pretty bad. This movie, Mars Needs Moms.
That's horrible.
That's another big.
I guess just don't do things involving Mars.
I said you
Unless you're Dune, don't do things involving.
I too agree with Diaz that I think this movie is really good. Actually, I enjoyed it.
I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know.
It's,
Yeah, I'm not gonna go as far as really good, but yeah, it's definitely like watchable and like has some good elements. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
yeah, definitely go get a chance to watch it for sure. If you know.
I'd give it a shot.
I really want to sequel to this for a long time.
Yeah, well, I think once they saw how much money it lost, maybe let's not do a sequel. Anyway, Jordan, higher or lower than 50%?
41% lower.
Chris,
I said higher. I said 60%.
Steve,
I said higher. I said 66.
Brian.
Higher 60%.
Well, we gotta keep going because it is higher, but not by much. 52%. So,
That does make me tied with GPO though, right?
you are now tied with JPO. Yes, JPO is in the lead, and now
Pointing out how blew the lead.
Well, don't blow leads then.
Leads are very attractive.
Steve, give me a film franchise.
Final Destination.
Oh God.
All right, Final Destination, which I believe they're coming out with a new one for HBO Max. If I remember correctly.
That either do be good or that they even do be bad.
I heard that too, and I'm looking forward to it.
I really enjoyed the first one. I think the first one is really
This
solid.
one is actually my favorite one of all of them.
But we are going to go to 2009's The Final Destination.
Oh,
2009, higher or lower than 25%. It's a close game. Everyone is within 3 of the. Steve and JPO are within 3. So if they can nail this, and Chris and Brian miss, then we will keep going.
I
Mr.
doubting
Brian
myself here.
takes the lead.
Can I get a repeat on the percentage?
25 to 5.
This movie's freaking
I
stuff.
think I'm not doing Metacritic. Nobody cares about their scores. Was the
Only
suitable
remember one
score
scene for
for-
this movie, and that's the first scene.
Okay. I don't know where I stopped last time. Really, Chris first this time. Higher or
Okay.
lower than 25?
It's a lower 18%.
Steve.
I said higher, 27%.
Brian.
Higher 30%.
JPO.
Lower 21.
Well, we have a winner.
Okay.
And your winner is Mr. Brian.
Oh wow.
Nussbaum. It is higher. It is
Yes.
28%.
The inaugural Chill Champ Rotten Tomatoes champion.
The higher or lower champion. Yeah. But that's just like the first trivia game I have planned.
How many have in
Good
total?
game, Brian. That was like Jimmy.
I have some, like,
next to that.
I have some like just general trivia questions as well.
Brian,
also-
good game. That was neck to neck.
That
with
was
Jimmy.
I just guessed that those are guests there.
Yeah, I think sometimes with like these, I don't want to say smaller movies, but like these more not well received movies, you're kind of like when they're in the 20s and 30s, you're like, was it that
It
bad?
would be much
Was it
lower
better?
because of how bad that movie was.
Could have sworn at some point Mary Poppins was at like 100%, but maybe some
Maybe.
people were like, I don't think that movie deserves it, so let's
During
give
the
it
whole
a bad
controversy
review.
with the whole blackface situation.
Yeah, I got verified and I took it down. No, I'm just kidding. I was thinking positive.
What was it? It was what movie was it? Was it Paddington 2? It was one of the Paddington movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paddington
Paddington 2, 100%.
Yeah, there's like
That's
that
an
one
actual
And that was
video.
in 99. Nicolas Cage should find whoever gave that movie a bad review and beat him up.
I was gonna say straight up murder them, but okay.
We're trying to get monetized, and if we talk about murdering people,
Oh yeah, I forgot. I kind of forgot we were live for a second.
Remember what happened
Oh, yeah.
yesterday? We don't want that to happen again.
My thing says scheduled still.
no, we're definitely live.
Yeah.
Maybe a thing just isn't. But all right, you know what? I'm calling an audible. We're doing a point system now. Whoever has the most points at the end of the night wins overall. Brian, you came in first. You get 3 points. Chris, you were second. You get 2 points. And Steve, you came in, took the lead from JPO. You have 1 point. Jordan,
No, dude,
Better
go
luck next
4
time.
2 1. Don't give me 0.
Negative
half a
1.
point?
Zero for the whole Mary Poppins sake.
You want
Just saying,
something
why
for
would you
coming
do
in
1, 2,
last.
and 3 when there's 4 people?
You want
At
something for
least give me
coming
a
in
point to
last.
make me not feel like it's shit.
I would do the same thing if I came in last, I would not expect to get any points.
Why? You're the one doing this random arbitrary point system of 1, 2, and 3. I'm just saying, do a 4th point. Jeez.
If look, I'll ask the group.
Nah.
If
Do
any
what you
of
want.
you
Jacob.
came in
Go to
last,
your
would
next
you
game.
expect to get a point?
Your thing's arbitrary. No one does this anyways. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying. You're the one that made it where last place has to feel bad.
Bump it up to 4.
All right.
Boom. Defeated. Because Steve has a heart, unlike Jacob Barber, ruthless beefcake.
Dingo
Did you just call me-
Jangleheimer.
Did you just call me the Ruthless Beefcake?
Yeah,
It's my new trivia nickname.
there you go.
The
No.
Ruthless,
What's your next game?
No, God, no! Don't use that trivia.
the Ruthless Beefcake. All right, now that we got some just general trivia questions now.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
God! Congrats, Steve.
so only 10 again, only 10 because we got Jordan. I think you'll really like the last game though, because this is something you do in like your spare time. The last game I have planned.
I've liked everything so far. Just not you just trying to give me 0 points. The only thing I disliked.
You earned it though.
I hate you, Jacob.
I know.
No wrestling.
Question number 1. You guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should I-
Yeah, we're waiting.
What year saw the release of Jurassic Park 3? Just recently watched this for the first time actually, and I didn't hate it. It was
Not that
decent.
But not the worst one now. That we go to the more recent one.
No Dominion, that's for sure.
This is some of the most hated films of all time.
At least the Dominion's a little bit more fun than this one. I don't know, 3 drags.
You see, I kind of disagree because it's only 90 minutes. And
I
so
know
I
that's why I'm saying it's a good argument, but I'm just saying like
Yeah.
it's a
And
90,
it had
it's a
an
sloggy
adaptive
90
thing
minutes.
compared to.
I can
Hocus
also
Pocus.
see that argument though. I can see the drag. Yeah, I can see both sides of it.
Yeah, at least it didn't have the locust fucking thing in the Dominion.
All right, we're gonna go back to the top of this one. Steve,
2001.
Ryan,
2001.
Jordan,
In the year 2001.
Chris.
2001 birth idea for me. 2001.
Clean sweep 2001.
I'll be confused with Space Odyssey.
Perfect game.
Perfect game so far. Question number 2. What 2021 film features Taika Waititi playing a character named Antoine? That's a recent question.
This was a surprise to me, this film.
I love this film.
I will reserve my thoughts until after the question. I'll hit you guys with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian,
Free Guy.
JPO,
Very close to putting Suicide Squad for a second. Free Guy.
Chris.
He's my least favorite thing about the movie, but I did love this movie. Free Guy.
All right, I see it. Steve, yep. All right, yes. Free Guy. I was pleasantly this was probably the most fun I had watching the movie last year was with Free Guy. I loved it.
Top 5, man.
Greatest fourth
Yeah,
movie.
it's my number 3 of last year. I absolutely loved it. I put it right behind Coda and Spider-Man.
Great year for Jodie Comer with this and The Last Jewel.
Question number 3. Who plays Brenda Meeks in Scary Movie 2? Scary Movie franchise 1 and 2. Decent. The rest of them probably didn't need to be made.
Repeat.
Who plays Brenda Meeks in Scary Movie 2?
Good game, too.
The second Blue Chill Night.
What?
The second Blue Chill Night.
Repeat.
All right. Last one for this question. Who plays Brenda Meeks in Scary Movie 2?
Want to give like a a hint as to who the fuck that is, or
I
One of the
think
main,
that's
one of the,
great?
one of the main characters.
Main characters of the film.
Oh,
One of the I'm one of the main girls looking for an actress. Yeah, and since this is just for fun, it's not a small name either. It's a decent name.
I'll say
Alright, then I'm changing my answer.
two is better than one.
I could agree with that.
I'm gonna fuck up.
I don't know the right answer to that. But
Well, we will find out who does in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, just kidding. 1. You guys thought. Jordan, what name do you have down?
Regina Hall.
Sad.
Chris,
That's Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah.
Steve,
Regina Hall.
Brian.
One of the 3 people hosting the Oscars, Regina Hall.
It is Regina Hall. Good pull, Jordan.
So I had Tori Spelling. Here was my hesitation. Isn't she in the first?
Regina
Hall?
Hall's the first one, yes.
Must be in both of them.
All right, so that's what screwed me up because the way you worded it was like the way you worded it made me think she's not in the first.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't write these questions. These are just questions I found
That's
that
fine.
were shared with me on Google. It's a document that was shared
That's
with me.
why I overthought it. I'm like, Tori Spelling, one of the random girls that are in that movie.
The puppy girl, like ever trying to go show everybody in the cat.
Even though I could picture Regina being called Brenda.
Question number 4. Still got 3 perfect games out there for this portion. Where was I? There I am. What is the name of the American Pie movie released in 2012? So, yeah. This is before all those straight to DVD.
It was
stuff.
after, because some of them
It was after some of them. During some of them.
I remember seeing that in theater.
This one is the theatrically released. I will say that much.
This is my. Actually,
I actually liked it,
film.
film.
These are movies that I have not revisited since like the first time I watched them.
Yeah. I saw it in theater with a bunch of my friends in college.
We go to a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chris,
I remember seeing it in theater back to back with Cabin in the Woods, American Reunion.
oh, here goes my next question. Steve,
American Reunion.
Brian.
Same about the Three Stooges, American Reunion.
Oh, there goes my next question. And Jordan, I see it.
They double featured, by the way, Cabin in the Woods and just back to back.
Question 5. What 2013 movie stars Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg?
Should know this because it's been acting.
You guys all look ready. 3, 2, 1. Steve, back to you.
21 Guns.
Brian,
I put 2 guns.
Jordan,
Yeah, too many guns, Steve. Just 2.
All right.
2 guns.
Chris.
2 guns.
Chris is there.
Yeah, he said it.
I see also no S there. I see gun.
Yeah.
Tiny ass S. Just saying, bro.
All right, you gave him the point for Kristen Dunst, Jordan. So
Because there is no. That's a name versus a movie name. Like I
Yeah,
said, it's all
at
good.
the
At the end
freaking
of the day, I'm just saying that's not a good comparison.
it's
I will
very good.
accept it. I will accept it.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
look.
That's fair.
My friend Matthew is watching. Hello, Matthew.
What up, Matthew Moi?
I ride the bus with that guy. Just saying. He and I go way back. Question 6. I don't know why I said it so loudly. I'm sorry, guys. Who voices Superman in Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
I loved it. I thought of rewatching for trivia purposes.
I don't like watching any of it serious.
Chris, do you ever watch movies just for enjoyment anymore? Or is it
Yes.
always for trivia?
I do watch movies for enjoyment.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1. Brian, what do you got?
Nick Cage.
I'll allow it.
Me.
Jordan?
Challenge. What the fuck is he ever credited as just Nick? Nicholas?
We'll call
Also,
Nick Cage, so
Chris
That's like a friend. Are you his friend, Brian, or is this that true?
and Steve.
Nicolas Cage all fucking day.
Yes, Nicolas Cage. Nick Cage is his character in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I'll accept it. Question number 7. What phrase does Steve say in the elevator in Avengers Endgame?
Thank you for having me rewatch one, not this one, but another MCU.
Hey, can I get a repeat on that one?
Yes, in Avengers Endgame, what phrase does Steve say in the elevator? I will give you guys a hint. I am looking. It's a short phrase. It's not a long phrase.
Got it.
Thank you, Jacob.
How many questions are we in, and what's the score?
We are. This is question number 7. You and Brian are currently tied with 6. Steve and Chris both have 5.
Oh, that was a perfect game. Damn.
This is what studying for
You are.
does pay off.
This is question 7. You have 6 points.
Oh, good, because this is where the perfect game ends. So I just wanted to turn out before it ends.
we shall see.
We'll go to a 3, 2, 1, and yes, we will see because Jordan, you were up first on this one.
Hell Hydra.
Chris,
Yeah, Hydra.
Steve,
Hail Hydra.
Oh, sweet.
Brian,
Hail Hydra.
Okay, cool.
keeping your perfect game. Jordan, stop doubting yourself.
I wasn't sure. I was like, that's that movie, right? I remember the sequence.
All right. Question number 8. What year saw the release of The Hunger Games Catching Fire?
Oh, okay.
Then that is The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
That between 2
By the
years
way.
in my head.
Peach Mango Bang Energy. It's a good one. Hashtag not sponsored.
I am between 2 years in my head right now. Because I thought it in
I'm between about a solid 6 years gap.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought it when I was in college.
This is when it
I was
ends.
trying to remember what year it was.
Again, looking for the year of release for Hunger Games Catching Fire. Gonna go to a 5. 4. You're welcome for the 3 repeat. 3, 2, 1. Mr. Diaz.
I hope you're not the other one. I said 2013.
Steve.
I also said 2013.
Brian.
Same year as Frozen and Thor Dark World, 2013.
Oh, there goes my next question. Thanks. Jordan.
2013.
Yes, 2013. Brian taking the 1-point lead. Everyone else tied with 7. It's a close one. All right. Ben Affleck has appeared as Batman in how many DCEU films? Yes, the
Theatrical
Snyder
release.
Cut is included.
So
Well, you can't both.
Okay.
including the Snyder cut. Yes, because I know that's a clarification for some people. So you guys know it's at least one.
Oh.
I would challenge this. It's not. Yeah. Okay.
I'm clarifying the answer that I have here. Maybe.
Are we allowed to challenge a different?
No challenges. We're live, and this is for fun.
Oh no, I'll challenge if I have to. I will put up a thing.
Gonna go to a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steve, back to you.
4.
Brian,
I put 3.
Jordan,
Yeah, it's definitely at least 4.
Chris,
I count Snyder Cut and Justice League, 2 different movies. 4.
Yep, it is 4. Brian, you're probably forgetting about his small cameo in Suicide Squad.
I count Suicide Squad.
Batman v
Well,
Superman?
you've got Batman v Superman, you've got Justice League, you've got Suicide Squad, and then Snyder Cut.
Look, I forgot. I thought you were doing Snyder Cut one movie. Like, Chase
No, he verified like a couple times. Yeah, he was too.
I got a bit
Yeah,
confused
2
there.
different.
That's okay.
movies.
That's okay because that just makes things more interesting because now everyone's tied.
Damn.
Which
We got overtime.
Oh my goodness, this is a barn burner, and we're going into the final question, which probably won't be the final question because
Overtime.
unless one person gets it right.
Can happen. Like what happened the last one?
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Travis is a veteran of what war in Taxi Driver?
Oh God! Please don't make me. Please just-
You quizzing me? Are you quizzing me?
Uh,
You
Yeah.
must be quizzing me because I'm one of the 4 people in the room.
I still have yet to see this movie, but I know trivia.
You ever seen it?
What's the name of the porn? Travis is watching.
There are
5,
so many old movies I
4,
haven't seen. This one in the
3, 2, 1. Brian, going to you first.
I put Vietnam War.
Jordan, going to you next.
Yeah, that sounds good. Vietnam.
Chris
Vietnam.
and Steve.
Vietnam War.
It is
Oh,
indeed the
William,
Vietnam
William,
War.
yeah.
All right, so we go to the tiebreakers. The next question is in Superbad, who plays Officer Michaels?
Which one is it?
Hey, if you've seen the movie, you got a 50-50 shot. Come on.
I know, but come on.
I put both. Oh, which one is it?
During your reactions to the questions you don't like.
Because it's like, because you know, like that's such a like I gotta remember which one's Michael's. Like as I was like, oh, I got this. Last question, super bad. I'm in. No, I'm not.
Pretty sure you've done the same thing in your league, but you know.
I feel like
When there's two,
But when it
officers,
making such a funny question all over again.
Steve has been like a silent killer this whole game.
yeah,
No comments.
He's like,
He's
yes,
just
keep
that.
talking while I snipe you all out in the end.
I mean, he was one number away from just winning outright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jordan, we're gonna go to you first.
Better be a hater.
Chris,
I hope it is Bill Hader.
Steve,
Bill Hader.
Brian,
I put Seth Rogen.
and your winner.
Oh, you
Once
asshole.
again, it's Brian. It was Seth Rogen.
Asshole.
Fuck
The co-writer. Bad trivia writing.
So
I'd like to think about the question all over again.
once again, Brian is getting 4 points.
See, if this was the Schmodown, it would have been like, what also co-writer played Officer Michaels in the 2007 comedy directed by...
Well,
I
that's
should've got rid-
why
my-
their
the
questions are
decision
so
about it,
easy
the
now.
less
But
obvious one.
Oh, wait, we're live. I gotta...
since you guys all tied for second, you all get 3 points.
Or, if this was not the new rules, we all got 0.
So he have 8, I have 6.
8, 6, 5, 4.
So a tight game between me and Brian right now.
It was very tight, what she said. Whoa. All right.
Let's go, man. I never thought me and Brian would be almost close and close.
Hey, Chris, relax. Don't brag too much, brother. Relax. I'm not that
Yeah,
far from
you know things are bad when Steve Mesa says, don't brag.
Relax, Chris. I don't brag when I do my trivia, so let alone just...
Yeah. He doesn't have his own title for victories or anything.
No, at all. Nor do I have the title with.
You know it's in your briefcase.
Oh, you mean this time?
This one?
All right. I am going to find a
Brian, good
random.
game, by the way. This is really... I'm really impressed by you.
I mean, I already missed 1 question this last round, so.
All right.
Hey, chillax, Brian. Relax. You two
Is,
get big free britches there. Relax.
you guys know the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, right?
Yes.
All right. So, I have found a random actor. That random actor is Sam Rockwell. We're going to start, because he's in the lead, we're going to start with Brian. Brian, I need you to name a movie with Sam Rockwell and another co-star. We're going to go around. So, for example, this is an example. So, if we started with Ben Affleck. I would say Ben Affleck is in Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon. We would then move on. Now we are going to Matt Damon. You now have to name a movie that Matt Damon is in with another actor or actress. It cannot be Good Will Hunting with Robin Williams. We cannot repeat movies. Okay? Or people. And we're going to go around until somebody misses. Then we will start with a new actor or actress, which I will just randomly generate on my phone.
Can we write down the name of people that have already been asked? That way.
I don't care. I will, if you're taking too long, I will give you a countdown, but I'm not going to be like super strict about it, but don't try to take too long. Because dead air is just not entertaining. But again, the actor that we are starting with is Sam Rockwell. And Brian, we are starting with you. I will try to fact check as much as possible. If you want to challenge the person before you, if you think they cannot name another movie with the actor that they said. So if Brian thinks I could name another movie with Matt Damon, he could say challenge. And if I can't name another movie, then I'm out. If I can, then Brian will be out. Does that make sense?
No.
It'll make sense when we get to that point. if we get to that point. It's just kind of a way of saving yourself. So, like, if you're having trouble, so like if the actor I chose was The Undertaker or Mark Calloway, then you could challenge me to name another movie that Mark Calloway has appeared in. If I cannot name another movie that person has appeared in, I'm out instead of you. So it's just kind of a way of saving yourself. But Brian, actor Sam Rockwell. When you are ready.
Sam Rockwell was in Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen.
Okay, so the actor is now Tim Allen.
Chris, this is you.
So yeah, Chris,
Okay.
we're going in a circle.
Tim Allen was in Toy Story 2 with Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer was in Like Father with Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell was in Frozen with Idina Menzel.
Ooh, for Denzel.
Oh, I wish I was playing.
Yeah, I can't say Idina Menzel, so I'll pass this round.
Okay, you want to pass?
Yeah.
All right, so Chris, we will go down to you. We'll continue with Idina Menzel.
Idina Menzel was in Enchanted with Amy Adams.
Was she?
Amy,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Enchanted yet.
Oh, it's a great one.
Amy Adams is in Talladega Nights with Jack McBrayer.
Ooh, I know who that is.
You bastard.
No, Chris has to not do a Jack McBrayer.
No, Steve
Oh,
does.
Steve.
Hey,
Steve said pass. I'm sorry.
Steve
Yeah,
is
pass.
still. Steve is still. Yep.
Jack
I heard
McBrayer
pass. My bad.
No, I
was-
passed.
Jack McBrayer was in Baby Mama with Amy Poehler.
Was he, Jacob?
I am looking it up. Don't worry. I'm
I
sure.
don't
That's,
remember him in that film.
Might have been. That's all I'm just saying. Just check it.
yeah,
Chris?
I'll check.
Ooh. You guys are hate me for it.
No, I don't want to see the pictures. I want to see his filmography. Stupid phone.
And I don't answer.
they never do what you want to, and you. All right.
If it's not, am I automatic out, or can I think of another movie?
Baby Mom.
Yeah, I'll challenge. He was in the film. I just checked.
When did Baby Mama come out?
2008.
Let me look up the movie instead of his filmography. All right. Baby Mama.
Go to Jay, hate me.
Let's go to the cast. All cast and crew. We're looking it up. Jack McBrayer. I am not seeing him on the cast list.
All right. So what happens? Can I name another movie or no?
Yeah, we'll do one mulligan, like just like a picks and list. We'll do one mulligan.
Fair.
Or you can choose to pass like Brian did. Brian couldn't think of another Idina Menzel movie,
So
I got
passed
so-
it.
I got another
so
movie.
he passed.
Wreck-It Ralph with John C. Reilly.
Ooh,
That's good.
nice.
That's good. We go Diaz.
Can confirm.
John C. Reilly was in We Need to Talk About Kevin with Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller is in. Let's go. Justice League Snyder Cut with Joe Manganiello.
I thought the Snyder Cut wasn't its own movie, Jordan.
Wait,
In this game, it is evidently.
was
Go by
was
other
he,
leagues' rules.
Can I challenge? Was he in Snyder Cut?
Yeah,
Yes,
at the very
he
end.
was.
Yeah.
All right.
Joker
Joe
scene.
Joe
Are you,
Manganiello was in Magic Mike with Kevin Nash.
Like, nice one.
Ooh,
Kids, give me a Nash movie.
nice. Do you know who Kevin Nash is, Christy?
No, I do not.
I
This
know
is not
who
like
he
Jack
is.
McQuarrie or a bunch of other don't know what to talk about. Trying to think of Magic Mike right now in my head and trying to think of the actor you just mentioned.
Is that Brian with Will Wheaton or Matt Jackson? I can't tell.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Oh shit, he's still here.
Yeah,
Will
Well,
Wheaton.
it's trying to my computer. That's all.
You know what? Fuck it. Johnny Shallon makes a name another movie.
He's got
All right.
it.
Steve, can you name another movie that Kevin Nash has appeared in?
Yeah, The Longest Yard.
All right, boom, that is correct.
Can
So,
someone tell me who he is? Because I had no idea who
He's a wrestler / actor, but he's done
yeah,
several movies. So
You are so lucky you
Yeah.
did it with the Amy Poehler one because I better got you. But something.
that might be. I think that's the trick me and Steven are keep using now to kill you guys.
Yeah.
yeah. So I will now find it. No, you
Wait,
know
so
what?
wait, how does this work though? Me and Steve, like, we're still alive.
You're still in. You're still in. So,
Oh, for the challenge, I could just name another Kevin Nash movie.
yeah. So he said
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. So, other than Longest Yard, yeah, Kevin Nash.
Yeah, okay. Kevin Nash is in John Wick with Alfie Allen.
Oh my. Now I know who he is. What you got mentioned.
Did you say the first John Wick?
Yes.
Oh, I love Jordan Pitt right there.
All right. I challenge you to name another Alfie Allen movie.
Jojo Rabbit, boom, pow, surprise.
There you go.
I know the rules. I know I gotta be ready.
That is correct. Jordan
Now,
gets
can I name a third? No.
He's been in a few things here and there.
I'm sure he has. The episode outside my head, but like I just know him from those two.
apparently he was in a series called Game of Thrones. Okay.
Well,
That doesn't count as a movie.
No, I was just looking it up to make sure Jordan was right
I
because
really
just
wish
like to-
you did.
How does this work with your point system though? Like, what is the end goal?
First, let's for this one, let's go first to three. So you have a
Okay, I
point.
got
We'll go
I have
first to
one
three.
unofficial point.
Yeah,
when
you have
that
1
doesn't count
point
for
overall, but yeah. So we'll.
Yeah. All right.
All right, and then now you will go. Actually, I'll ask you, Jordan. Would you like to go first or defer to Steve?
No, I'll go first.
The actor that has been randomly generated is Colin Farrell.
I'm trying to think of who played Yang. No.
By the way, guys, if you have not seen After Yang yet, highly recommend. It is a
On my
fantastic.
list to watch.
All right, we'll start off easy. Oh wait, I was about to say a wrong name. Hold on.
Who's the hard one?
The Batman with Robert Pattinson.
All right.
Robert Pattinson was in Cosmopolis with Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti was in Fair Cloud with Vince Vaughn.
Here's my opinion on Paul Giamatti. I think he is like top 3 like greatest supporting actor ever. Like he is just fantastic. Elevates whatever movie.
I love me some Giamatti.
Vince Vaughn was in Wedding Crashers with Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken was in Hairspray with Amanda Bynes.
Huh.
Amanda Bynes was in She's the Man with Channing Tatum.
Chai Tatum was in This Is the End with David Bryan.
Oh, and by the way, any actors or actresses that were mentioned in the last round are now fair game again. It's just for that round specifically.
Ooh, are we allowed to use like streaming movies here? Let's make sure.
Yes, streaming movies are allowed.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't.
was in The Mitchell vs. the Machine with Olivia Colman.
Ooh, Olivia Colman.
Olivia Colman was in The Favorite with Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz was in The Constant Gardener with Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes was in Prince of Egypt with Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was in Top Gun Maverick with Miles Teller.
Miles Teller is in The Spectacular Now with Kyle Chandler.
Ooh, good one.
Kyle Chandler was in Kong versus Godzilla with Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown was in Godzilla vs. Kong with.
I said that.
Oh, okay. So
That's the movie he said. Yeah.
the pass.
Are you
Millie
sure?
Bobby.
Yeah, I can't think of any of our films.
Do you think he can name another one?
I think so.
Okay, so then you can choose to pass, and Chris, we'll just move on to Millie Bobby Brown for
I
you.
got to name 2 movies off the top of my head. She win. I did go with Millie Bobby Brown in Enola Home with Henry Cavill.
That was the one I would have used. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking because that's the only other one I could think of.
And Godzilla King and Monster. She was also.
Oh, true.
Oh yeah, duh.
All right, Henry Cavill was in Justice League with Gal Gadot.
Checks out. I can confirm.
Gal Gadot was in Wonder Woman 1984 with Pedro Pascal.
Oh God. Pedro Pascal was in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage.
Shit, has he done any other movies? Nicolas Cage was in Adaptation with Chris Cooper.
Good one.
Chris Cooper was in Breach with Ryan Philippe.
Ooh, Ryan Philippe.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
This is another one where I had to think of the people in my head all the time. What's the film?
Breach, Ryan Philippe.
The actor that you are on, is Ryan Philippe.
Remember we Breach in my head.
You don't really need to know Breach. I can confirm, and then you just need to do Ryan Philippe.
Yep. Any other movie with Ryan Philippe?
Was he in? I think of the actor in my head. Was he in Natural Treasure with Diane Kruger?
Nope.
No, he wasn't.
Nope. So but you do have a mulligan. Can you think of another movie with Ryan Philippe?
If I remember, he was the main actor. I try to remember any movie he been in. Remember Beach, remember Christopher, remember the actor. I have it image in my head. You know, I'll try to challenge Jay to name another movie with.
No, that's just wasting your time.
You want to challenge Steve?
Yeah.
All right. Can you name another Ryan Philippe movie?
MacGyver!
That's actually wrong.
Oh, no. MacGruber. Excuse me.
Now, here's the fucked up part, though. Like, I wanted to use MacGruber to fuck Steve. Like, can I still do that? That's not fair. Chris ruined my plan.
Because nobody knows who he is. Like, I don't
Yes, he
remember.
is.
You know what?
Cruel Intentions. Fucking, you can keep going. He's a well-known actor.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because this is just for fun anyway. Yes, you can use MacGruber.
Good.
Who else was in
MacGruber,
MacGruber?
Mark Henry, go.
Oh, fuck you.
What?
Let me look up Ryan Phillippe. So I know who he is.
Reese Witherspoon's ex-husband.
Mark Henry is Reese Witherspoon's ex-husband?
Shooter TV show. Yeah, Mark Henry. Reese Witherspoon. Not a lot of people know that
That's
one.
who he is. I was like, why his name sound familiar?
All right. I challenge you to name another Mark Henry movie.
Incarnate with Aaron Eckhart. Boom shakalaka. Oh.
What was the name of the movie?
Incarnate. It was at WWE Studios. Mark Henry's like a bodyguard. Look it up. Aaron Eckhart.
I just want to be fair, you know.
Oh, no. I'm not saying don't look it up. I'm saying look it
And
up.
you are correct. The when there we go.
I still
didn't-
think that system was a little flawed because I already used that movie, MacGruber. So, but we're just having fun.
Well, you only use it because Chris challenged you. Like, I was ready for it, and you know I know it. And like, if he didn't challenge you, I would have been able to use it in lickety split.
Well, then he would have been offered on the challenge because that's a movie that didn't mention. But
It's only been but come on. That's what the mentions kind of screws things up. And Jacob allowed it, so
hypothetically,
good.
no. But if somebody's challenged me to name a movie who also has Kevin Nash, as long as
Okay, then next time I'll whiteboard it, and if it was my movie, I get to keep it.
I'm just saying, Jacob.
I do see what you're saying. That's why I was like, does that screw me up now?
All right, Steve, you're going first.
Next time, if that happens,
And
they
that
can
one and
whiteboard
one between
your
Steve
answer.
and
Next time when you happen to have a 2-point lead.
You know what, Steve, you get to go first this time, and you can choose any actor you want. You can just start off the whole thing.
All right. So I just pick a movie and an actor. Okay, let's go.
Yep.
Tony Todd, Candyman.
And
All right. So, can you name another Tony Todd movie, Brian?
Toy Todd. No, I cannot.
So, are you passing or are you challenging Steve?
I'll challenge Steve to name another Toy Todd movie.
Final Destination.
All right. So, Chris, can you name a Tony Todd movie that's not Final Destination or Candyman?
Can I emphasize this? Both version of Candyman?
Which Candyman were you referencing,
2021 Candyman.
Steve?
I was referencing the old school one.
Okay. So he was picking in 1992. So
Tony Todd was in Candyman 2021, but you okay if I butchered the name, Jacob?
how much you butcher it.
Yahuwah Martin, just a second.
well, here,
Yeah.
only Tony Todd wasn't in Candyman 2021.
You should, because I think he was.
I am looking at his filmography right now, and it is not there. Maybe he was in some flashbacks.
Well, it's a CGI version of him at the very end, so maybe he's not credited like Arnold in one of the Terminators.
Okay, because I haven't seen it, but if you can confirm, Jordan, then
Well, I'm confirming that his likeness. That's what I'm saying. It might and might not count. If he's not credited, then I wouldn't count it because
Okay.
it's his likeness. You know what I'm saying? I'm right or wrong. You know.
because when I just Google it, he comes up, but on the IMDb page, he's not showing up for whatever reason. It says Tony Todd also reprised their roles from the original film, so maybe he's uncredited.
Maybe. like an Edward Furlong, and then Last Terminator kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, 'cause everywhere else has him, but IMDb doesn't. That's weird. So yeah, we'll allow it.
Yeah.
And
By the
the
way,
person,
that name-
I gotta use yeah.
yeah. We'll just say yeah. We'll just say yeah. You don't have to.
That is a hard name to
Yeah, Abdul Mateen the second
The second, yes.
is in Trial of Chicago 7 with Jeremy Strong.
Oh my goodness, I love that movie. I won a lot of awards. Or nominated for a lot of awards.
All right, is there another Jeremy Strong movie you got?
The Gentleman.
Okay.
Can I use because we don't use that same
I
word?
like the use of the challenge.
Jacob, can I use the same thing that we just used that recently with the other one? Because
I'm sorry, what? What was the
can I
question?
use this like with Jordan used the same thing with the Gruber in the last one, can I use the same thing here? Like, to make it fair because
I think it would only be fair.
Yeah, I mean, if you got it for me, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jeremy Strong was in The Gentleman with Hugh Grant.
I think he said Danny, but I'll ignore that. That's a different actor. Hugh Grant is in Mickey Blue Eyes with James Caan. Rip.
Mm-hmm.
James Caan was in Elf with Joey Deschanel.
Well, I'm trying to think of anything. I can end this right here. Man, I wanted to use somebody, but I can't think of a second one if he challenges me. Okay, so Zoe Deschanel is in 500 Days of Summer with, let's go my boy JGL, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Justin Gordon-Levitt was in The Night Before with Anthony Mackie.
Oh, I know exactly who I would use here.
I know too. I would say with my turn.
Anthony Mackie is in What's Your Number with Zachary Quinto.
It's not the one I would have chosen.
Zachary Quinto was in Star Trek 09 with Eric Bana.
I forgot he was Spock. I thought that was harder.
That's all the name of
Eric Bana. Eric Bana. All right, let's see if I can shut this down. Eric Bana is in Funny People with Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham was in Promising Young Woman.
He knew it.
With Carey Mulligan.
Ah, shit, you knew it. Okay. Carey Mulligan. I was hoping you just didn't know that. Is in An Education with Peter Sarsgaard.
Ooh.
The other
what up, Jordan?
I didn't even notice that Brian was in his original spot.
I try to make sure I'm not getting the one after my head. Peter Sarsgaard was in Internal with Angelina Jolie.
Wait, what?
Or am I thinking the wrong Sarsgaard?
Yeah, I think of the wrong dude. I'm gonna double check, but I don't think Sarsgaard.
Yeah, he wasn't there. I just checked.
No, he's not in Peter's. No, he's not in the.
It was not Peter.
Now, what'd you look at, bro?
The department might get all the stunts got stuck in my head. Peter Sarsgaard was in The Northman with Nicole Kidman.
That's Alexander Skarsgård.
The,
That's
That's the
Skarsgård. I
problem.
said.
That's the problem with there's so many Skarsgård in my head.
Well, no, I asked for a Sarsgaard. You gave me a
Yeah.
Skarsgård,
Yeah.
and that's two. So that's
Yeah.
it. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
That's the
is
problem. I get them confused in my head. I'm like, which one is?
Yeah. Well, again, yeah, but again,
Yeah.
you gave a Skarsgård. I wanted
Yeah.
SARS. There's no K in
Yeah.
Yeah,
this one.
so that's another. Yeah, I was
Explain me who Peter Scott. Like name a film he
The
made.
bad guy, Green Lantern. He's the dude
Oh, right,
that
that
gets
makes
blown up in
sense.
the Batman
Chadwick
Magnificent
Boseman.
Yeah,
and Education. He's in that with.
that's the problem with it because I know so many of the similar name, but different spelling. So
I feel you. Yeah. Stellan.
I forgot Green Lantern. We watched it as trivia, but I get him mixed up with so many other people.
all right. Well, that Jordan does have 3 points. Kind of swept that. That was impressive. So he gets the 4 points. I don't know, but technically, everyone else got second. And if I did it for trivia, I got to do it here too.
But that's not. I mean, yeah, but yes and no, but whatever.
So, how about
me?
for second? Jordan's out of this one. This is for second place.
I would say if you want to do second, like I don't know, like do another match without me. Or, I don't know. It just seems
Yeah, that's what
weird
I'm
to
saying.
try to.
So Jordan, you're not in this one.
Oh,
We'll do the
okay.
same thing. Whoever scores this point will take second place because,
Gotcha.
and this is important if we're doing this point system because you have now tied Ryan for first. But if Steve gets second, he will also tie for first. If Chris gets second, Chris wins. So there's a lot going on here. So Jordan, why don't you kick it off by naming an actor, and then we'll go to Steve, who will name a movie that actor is in.
I won't go crazy. I'm not in this. So I won't go crazy. David Krumholtz.
Okay. So Steve, your actor is David Krumholtz.
David Krumholtz was in The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen was in Wild Hogs with John Travolta.
John Travolta was in The Punisher with Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane was in The Mist with Marsha Gay Harden.
Marsha Gay Harden was in Bad News Bears with Billy Bob Thornton.
What movie?
Bad News Bears.
Okay, got it. Sorry, didn't hear you.
Oof. Okay, only Tom Thornton was in The Ice Hobbit with John Cusack.
John Cusack was in Better Off Dead with Curtis Armstrong.
Curtis Armstrong was in Dodgeball, a true underdog story with Ben Stiller.
Good pull.
Oh, by the way, I'm not a stickler for subtitles unless unless it's a sequel that doesn't have like the number like the number 2 after. Like if it's a sequel, then yes, use the subtitle. But for something like Dodgeball, like unless there's another Dodgeball movie out there that I'm unaware of.
Ben Stiller was in Madagascar with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen was in Sweeney Todd.
Jacob hates that.
with
Love it.
Timothy Spall.
Timothy Spall was in a series of fortunate events with Jay Lynch.
Hmm?
Ooh.
Can it?
Jay Lynch.
What Jane Lynch in the TV unfortunate event?
Yes, she was.
Oh.
The realtor.
Ooh.
I will fact check it yet.
I've ever seen. She tried to sell
Uh,
a Disney
Unreal.
house.
Uncredited, but she's in it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jordan.
Jane Lynch was in Wreck It Ralph with Jack McBride.
Well, Steve knows what movie not to pick.
I know what I'm going to pick, though. Jack McBride was in Wreck-It Ralph with Sarah Silverman.
I said Wreck
Sarah-
It Ralph.
No, Chris came off of that movie, dude.
Wreck-It Ralph? What did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said Ricky Ralph.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My bad. You bastard.
You really should have been paying attention earlier, evidently.
Okay. Fuck it. I challenge you to name another Jack McBride movie.
Wreck It Ralph 2, Ralph Break the Internet.
Oh, there you go.
Let's say I mentioned Talladega Nights earlier.
I don't know what she's in.
I don't write everything down.
I know. I'm fine.
Good. So now we're on
Brian and Chris.
Brian and Chris. Brian, another Jack McBride movie.
Okay, Jack McBride was in Forget Sarah Marshall with Russell Brand.
Russell Brand was in Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill was in The 4-Year Virgin with Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd was in Ant-Man with Evangeline Lilly.
Eventually, Lily was in The Hobbit, Battle for the Five Armies with Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom was in Pirate of the Caribbean, Curse of Black Pearl with Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey Rush was in Finding Nemo with Alan DeGeneres.
Alan DeGeneres was in Funny Dory with Ty Burnett. How do you say Ty Burnell?
Hold on. What are you saying?
He's saying Ty Burrell.
Burrell.
All right, I'll just make sure that's what he was saying. Then yes.
Yeah. Like they have all type of pronunciation people.
Ty Burrell was in Muppets Most Wanted with Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, I should have went Hornswoggle.
Oh. Okay. That an actor was in The Hangover with Heather Graham.
Heather Gray was in Bowfinger with Steve Martin.
Ooh, Steve Martin. What? Steve Martin was in Little Shop of Horror with Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis was in The Flintstones with Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
And what?
The Flintstones.
Yeah, yes, she was.
Sharon
Yeah,
Stone.
he was the assistant.
I just don't know what this is. The
You
Fist
haven't
Notes?
seen the Flintstones?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you good.
Halle Berry was in Catwoman with Benjamin Bratt.
I'm telling you, she looked good in the Flintstones.
Benjamin Bratt was in Doctor Strange with Rachel McAdams.
Benjamin Adam was in Mingo with Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler was in Sisters with John Cena.
Doo, 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 doo. Was he? I couldn't see him.
He played.
He's nasty.
Got jokes. Got jokes.
Okay, John Cena was in the Suicide Squad with Taika Waititi.
With who?
Taika Waititi.
Oh, Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi was in Free Guy with Chris Evans.
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Evans was in it.
Yep.
There's a small cameo when he uses the shield to block something,
he said,
and
like, what
he was
the
watching
fuck?
it on the phone. He says, "Oh, come on."
Mhm. Okay, Chris Evans was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in Sky High with Dave Foley.
This might be the
Can
one.
I hear the name again?
Dave Foley.
You know? Good. I challenge you to name another film.
A Bug's Life.
There you go.
I'm going to confirm it.
Wait, is
Dave-
Dave? You said Dave Foley in Sky High though?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was. He played Superboy, the teacher for the psychics.
Yeah,
Dave
he's
Foley. Dave Foley was in Sky High, yes. And he was in A Bug's Life. Confirmed.
Oh, I apologize. Fucking IMDb has him listed as David. That's why I was like, no, he's not. Damn you,
Can I
IMDb.
challenge that because he said Dave, not David?
No.
Dave.
Challenge that.
No.
Take it back because he is more commonly known as Dave. So I completely am cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why I was confused because I was like, I'm not seeing it, and I thought he was in it too, which is weird.
I should have went. Damn it! Because I had Viva La Bug's Life. I would have went my ultimate weapon there.
All right. So with that, Brian takes second.
So is it me and DS battle for our 2 points?
Yes, because that will be the difference between third and fourth, because you guys are 1 point apart from each other. So Chris
And
and Steve going back and forth on this one. Let's see. Let's try to think of an actor that we haven't used yet, but it's also pretty easy.
I could use.
Have we? I don't think we've mentioned Adam Sandler yet. So Steve, why don't you kick us off with Adam Sandler?
Shabadoo.
Adam Sandler was in The Wedding Singer with Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore was in Scream with Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard was in Scooby-Doo with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Shut up. Freddie Prinze Jr. was in Scooby-Doo 2 Monster Unleashed with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
His wife.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was in Scream 2 with Rebecca Gayheart.
Oh, going for that shutdown.
Ooh, Scream 2, my favorite of the Scream movies, by the way.
No matter how wrong you are, Jacob.
How can you be wrong about movies?
That was that loud. Also, Sarah Michelle Gellar evidently in Clerks 3 comes in.
I wish I knew who Rebecca Gayheart was.
Oh, that's such a good pull, Steve.
I agree.
God, I wish. I mean, I went with the previous match. I remembered.
Don't forget that challenge if you can't think of anything.
No, Steve didn't know because he already know every people.
It's all you can do is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
If you don't know something.
if if you don't know, so yeah, I mean, you got to challenge and take your chances.
You know what, Steve? I challenge you. Good
Urban
game.
Legend.
Ah, damn. That's the one I knew too. I was
All
like,
right.
oh,
So who is Rebecca Gayheart? That's
Who's
the
with
name.
Boston Hollywood?
she's a frat friend. I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah,
die or
it's just the
anything.
sorority
She's just kind of
sister.
there.
Yeah, it's not
By the
a
way,
big
Brian,
role,
if I
but
have remembered
We're in
about life,
Percy
I
and
really
Rosie
brought up
are like the
Richard
frat
Fine.
people.
And see if you remember any.
She's with Portia de Rossi as a
Yeah.
We
sorority.
just said
Yeah.
that.
Richard Kiner my secret weapon to use it.
Oh, kind's not enough. Bing Bong, Toy Story 3,
Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph. So.
But you're not a Disney
Cars.
fan, that also.
all right, yeah. And with that, Steve takes third, and he takes third overall. Brian, of course, with that second place finish, that left him with enough points to overtake JPO. But JPO with that big comeback in the final game, taking second, and Chris, unfortunate fourth place. But overall, I just hope it was a fun time. That's what I intended it to be. Just a fun time, hanging out, playing games, answering questions. And now I hope you guys are all like ready for picks and lists because you were able to name all these movies with all these actors, and you guys are ready. Next
I'm
time,
gonna be the
Gordon,
exact same actor tomorrow, just to test you.
name a movie with Rebecca Gayheart and go.
Who's ever third is gonna be screwed.
No, we just named three, so whoever's fourth is going to be
What was
screwed.
what was the third one?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, she's in that?
Yeah, but the Bruce.
She was in that.
Yeah, I like that. Look at this. See, he gets it. He doesn't tear me down for it either.
I didn't tear you down, but what's funny is Jordan's like, I'm totally down, even though I also think you're wrong. Is what he said, which is what I said.
That's not what he said.
He did. He says in the end, he's like, he thinks you're wrong.
No, it's his second favorite, but he gets
My
why.
second favorite. I think you're wrong, but I can get why you like. I like Scream 2 as well. I agree with him. I like Scream 2, but it is not the best. That's all. I'm not saying you're wrong. This is my opinion.
Well, I think your opinion is wrong.
Right, cool.
And your point system
Also,
is
hot take. 3 over 4.
You put 3 over 4?
I think it's more watchable. If you tell me right now what am I going to have more fun with, watching 3 again or watching 4 again, I'm going to have more fun watching 3.
4 is my second favorite.
I have 4. Actually, I have 4 at 4. But
4 and 5.
I have 5.
But I like them all. There's not one I don't give like
Yeah.
a bad review to.
You know, they're like, it's like, for me, it's like 10, 9, 8, 6.
Yeah, like I go.
Whoa, look, score. I was like, there's not 10 of them. What movies are you watching, Steve?
All right, turn me out.
I go 2, then 1, then 5, then 4, then 3. But like even 3, like you said, it's watchable and it's fun.
1, 5, 2, 3, 4.
Now,
4,
Brian,
5,
how do you
2, 3.
4 or
I
5?
like it.
How would you rank the Scream movies, Brian? I guess
I
that's what
would
we're
do 5 at the bottom, then 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jesus. Oh, you can go in order. That's fair.
Easy countdown.
Chris, how would you rank the Scream movies?
Scream 1 is my number 1 favorite.
Hell yeah.
I'm back if I beat my second one. Hot take.
Ryan Phillippe, I know did last summer. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. I might put number 5 as my second favorite. I was really surprised how much I really enjoyed it. One, like, number 3, 2, and last one, number 4 is 4. And then the last one is 3. 3, the first one.
Some pretty good rankings.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are at the 2-hour mark, so I think we'll go ahead and call it. Brian, as the overall winner of the trivia games, you got any plugs? Anything you want to say to the people? And what's your favorite movie featuring Rebecca Gayheart?
For plugs, mostly on JPO's channel will be Richie. Something on here. Next will be I think it's Vacation Movies or My Lunch 8, either one. Something like I do trivia on the Flycon Network. I've been team tournament with Henry for Henry. I mean, team tournament with Steve and Henry's tournament. On the Geek tournament. With Brad Dunlap. And favorite Rebecca Hart was Put to Hollywood.
All right. And Jordan, plugs, parting words, and your favorite Christopher Walken movie.
Yes, Walking. Well, first of all, thank you, Jacob, for putting this on. This was fun. I hope it becomes a semi-regular-ish thing. If you ever want to do it again, I'm definitely down if available here.
Same.
Oh yeah, as for me, as Brian said, the Pierce Code channel, we have some fun over there. We do weekly trivia. It is now back in relatively full force. We're doing picks and lists literally tomorrow. So tune into that. You'll see some familiar faces there. General trivia. We do a countdown show. We just did. It'll be back up tonight. I gotta re-edit a little bit, but the top TV shows of the week of the year so far. We got Will Ferrell's top 10 coming next week, as well as some recent reviews, fun stuff over there. And then Pierce Wrestling Channel will be returning as well pretty soon here next week with some wrestling trivia. And if I'm on this channel sometimes doing some tournament fights, I'm gonna pick apart Jacob's Top 32 here soon. That's gonna be fun, amongst other things. And add me on Xbox. I finally have that back up now. I'm gonna play some Halo later.
Just gonna ignore my question.
Christopher Walken, my bad. I'm not used to being on the other side of this question. Pulp Fiction.
Good ones.
Okay. Yeah, and Steve came in. You killed the trivia. Like you were one number away from getting that right. It was just an unfortunate error but I see why. Other than that, you played flawless in trivia and showed why you are a beast at movie trivia. I'm really worried for tomorrow when we do picks and lists.
Don't worry, I'm not that great. But then again, maybe I am.
But plugs, parting words, and your favorite Jack McBrayer movie.
My favorite Jack McBrayer movie would definitely be Talladega Nights. Don't you put that curse on me, Ricky Bobby? Don't you do it?
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah. Take a make. Plugs at Mesa Media. Mesa Media 1 on Twitter. We are the only Florida production wrestling. We are the only Florida wrestling production company that matters.
Now that I'm no longer in the state, I can finally fully agree with him.
There you go.
Before, that sentiment used to really make me angry.
I mean, in reality, he was secretly agreeing with me. He just didn't want to say it in front of the people.
No, I always thought you were kind of taking shots, and I'm like, dude, I also do that sometimes. What the fuck? But I'm not there anymore, so now say it. I don't give a shit.
I'm also Mesa Media is also available. Will be available this Saturday for anybody who's watching, who's in Orlando, that wants to video be taken of a vignette. Doesn't even have to be a worker. It can be people off the street as long as you give me money at the end of it. I'm hooking, baby. Let's go.
I also didn't I see some Mesa Media on independentwrestling.tv.
Oh yeah, you did happen to see it on Glory. There's a show, Glory Pro Cemetery. There's that. It's mentioned there. We also have on Blitzkrieg Pro Energy. Many. Also, Paradigm Pro Wrestling also has the banner right there. Should D versus John Davis with in the middle Mesa Media logo. So look up Paradigm Pro Wrestling and you will find my logo in one of the squares there. So business is a booming. 2023 can't get in here any faster, but the fall of 2022 will be the rise of Mesa Media.
Ooh. All right, yes. Fucking Chris Diaz, last place, but not because you suck. Just because everyone else happened to be better tonight. Plugs, parting words, and your favorite Sarah Michelle Gellar movie.
Ooh.
Southland Tales.
I had to go with Scream 2. Like, I am not choosing Scooby Doo, any of the Scooby Doo movies. You can find me anime. You probably will see me tomorrow. Particularly, I'll also be on Malcolm's channel tomorrow. I'll take free. Talk about Miss Marvel spoiler review. Maybe also talk to Strange. No, Sword Love and Thunderbolt. They be doing a full open spoiler. Then you hear my talk about the finale of Miss Marvel. And you can find me this weekend. And also I'll be live at the Double Detective-on. But I will be facing Ryan Payne and a geek trivia over a Jackal trivia. Wish me luck there. Anybody?
I'm wishing you luck throwing prayers your way. 'Cause that's a fucking tough matchup there, dude.
Yeah, it is.
You know we ought to be facing him in team eventually because he and I are a little bracket at TMD. So good luck to both. But listen, to beat Jay and geek trivia to beat Mike. Like, where the miracle had happened.
Well, I mean, you got a guy here that can support you.
Yeah.
I am your teammate, so I am rooting for you. Just throwing lots of thoughts and prayers towards your way, though. Lots of thoughts and prayers. Because that again, facing him in any matchup is one uphill battle.
Yeah, but this is, well, I'd say Jackal Trivia is a little bit different than TMGG because he had a lot more category that we don't have over here.
We'll see. I'll definitely gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah, especially when you add video game into the geek category. That is where you had to watch all the crappy stuff.
Yep.
And but I here to have fun. You can find me anywhere else. Follow me at Letterboxd. I am rating all of the MCU movie I finished the Captain Marvel right now, and I do finished Captain America Civil War. So I am those two at the moment.
Nice.
All right, that all sounds great. Yeah, you can find me here. I do a lot of stuff here. Tomorrow night, JPO and I, as well as Austin and Richie, will be going live with the Lonely Marks. We will be doing an alphabet draft. And what that means is we will have 26 picks. We can only pick one wrestler wrestler or team per letter. So X is going to be fun. Whoever gets Xylee first is going to totally win.
I can think of another wrestler with an X. But
there's a few more, yeah.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, and we're doing all time, which makes it a little easier. So it's all time. And probably talk a little news. There's been a couple things that came out this week that might be worth talking about. So yeah, that's tomorrow night. Austin and I also do a podcast about movies, but man, summer is a busy time, so I don't know when the next time he and I are actually going to be able to go live with that. Usually we go Saturdays, but I'm busy. So we usually try to go Sunday, but he's busy, and we're also doing tournament fights with the 2020 movies. So, and then next week is a
the episode Jordan keep me off him.
And he's watching now too. So
I know, that's why I said it.
But yeah, that'll be fun. Austin and I eventually will go live with our next episode, talking director blind spots, just directors that we like. That we haven't seen some movies of, or directors that we want to get into.
Jacob, I got a weird idea on the Peersco channel. You want to do a discussion about, I don't know, director blind spots?
Maybe eventually. But yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this. I definitely plan on doing this again, just getting together, hanging out, playing some games, just having fun. So I don't know how regular we will make this, but this is definitely not the last time that we will do something like this. So yeah. Or this is the last time, and I'm a liar.
Farewell from Jacob's Corner.
So it's very possible. But That is Brian. That, that is Steve.
Yes.
That is Chris. That is Jordan. I am
Goodbye.
Jacob. And hey, call your uncle.